perfect 10. What does perfect even mean? Is there even such a thing? Ooh, can we switch up all the rules and imagine a utopia? Darling, I'm just so fed up with these expectations.
Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So today we are gonna do this look right here. I wanted to show you guys how I cover my blemishes if I actually have time, because sometimes it's a little bit more time consuming, but my skin does look a lot more clear. Sometimes I do this when I know I'm gonna go out somewhere in public and I'm just a little bit more embarrassed because they just shine through, and it's just one of those days where I'm just a little bit more finicky or picky or whatever. But if you guys want to know how I do this, stay tuned and keep on watching. Okay guys, so here is how my skin is looking. I have a lot of scarring and just acne in general. I'm using the e.l.f. Putty Primer, and I'm just going to put this more in the T-zone, my forehead, and my chin, where I'm mostly prone to having a lot of oil. Next, I get a second primer. It's the Too Faced Primed and Poreless, and I just put it all over the edges and just kind of blend it in. I get my Morphe Fluidity Concealer, and I go ahead and start spot treating exactly where I need the concealer, which is usually where my darkest spots are. And then once I put that on top of the darker spots, I get my Morphe sponge and I go ahead and blend it out as thin as possible, but also you want to make sure that the acne isn't shining through, so you have to have a really light hand. Next, I'm going to do this again a second time where I still see a little bit of it shining through, and by it I mean those nasty scars that I have, and then just blend out again as thin as possible, but also making sure you're not removing the coverage. Next, I'm going to take my Morphe foundation. It's a Fluidity foundation, and I'm going to go ahead and blend this out everywhere. And this is a great foundation because it is really full coverage, and again, just pressing it into the skin. You want to make sure you're pressing into the skin and not swiping, because you don't want to remove anything that you've put on the face. Next, I'm going to use my Studio Fix powder. This is pretty full coverage as well, and I'm pressing it into the skin. As you can see, I'm always going to be pressing things into the skin and not rubbing or swiping, because we don't want to disrupt what we have underneath. Next, taking very minimal of my Shape Tape, I'm just going to dab it right underneath, and then I'm going to take this brush by Morphe. It is a blending brush, a very small one, and you're just going to stipple it out. Again, swiping is a no-no, and stippling is definitely the way to go. You want to make sure that you're stippling and blending outward, and I love this brush. It just blends it flawlessly, as you can see. And then next, you're just going to get a little bit of powder and dab it right on top, just so there's no creases and it's blended nicely. Next, taking the Refined Golden Bronzing Powder by MAC, you're going to take an angled brush and you're going to just press it in, contouring, but just pressing in. You don't want to swipe again. You just want to make sure that you're just pressing on top. By the way, the packaging to the bronzer is a limited edition, but they do have the color in store at MAC. Next, we're going to take our Laura Mercier translucent powder, dab it with our Morphe sponge, and just cut the cheeks a little bit. I don't like to leave this on too long. I probably leave it for about 30 seconds and just brush off, probably even shorter. And then I do the same process underneath the eyes as well. I just like to have a bright eye underneath, as well as no creasing because I have a lot of oils. Next, I'm going to go ahead and take the Makeup Forever Aqua Cream, and it's in the color 13. You're just going to get a flat brush, or you could use your fingers if you don't have nails, and you're just going to go ahead and pat this into the eye. It's a quick eye look. It actually is waterproof. Anything that is the Aqua line from Makeup Forever is waterproof, so this isn't going to budge. And then you're going to go ahead and line your eyes if you like. I love wing liner. I just did one on camera just so you could see. I do have a tutorial on wing liner as well, and then I did put some lashes on. Next, I'm going to spritz this Hangover RX Watermelon spray all over my face from Too Faced, and then go ahead and pounce this Morphe blending sponge so that it looks a lot more natural, and voila. Okay guys, here is the finished look. Now as you can see, my skin does have texture. I'm always going to have texture. My skin has had acne since I was 13, 14 years old, so from all the scarring. But this is the best I can do with what I have. But I feel like it looks 10 times better than when it looked like without makeup or just putting foundation right on top of it and not setting it or putting concealer with it. But yeah, I mean, if you guys have any questions about the products I used, or if your skin is not oily like mine and it's more of a dry situation, go ahead and comment down below. I can tell you what to use as well. Let me know if you want to know more about covering up certain things. It's all pretty much about color theory at times, or just knowing exactly the technique so it looks as natural as possible. But yeah, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!